Welcome back to the Trainer Club. We have the Unbound event in Pokemon Go. I hope you guys are ready to jump into all the event details because there is some great things going on in this event. We have the Unbound Research to form change our Hoopa. We also have the Spotlight Hours as well as the Raid Hours that are coming on this week, and that's embedded in the middle of the Ed Sheeran week in Pokemon Go. So without further ado, let's get all into the details. We have a couple days going on, 4 total days for each and every one of those special events that I just talked about. So let's get into it right now. It is going to start on the 26th, which is going to be a Friday at 10 a.m. local time. And that's going to go all the way till Monday, the 29th at 8 p.m. local time. There are going to be 2 bonuses going on during this time frame. Number 1, we are going to have 2 times catch candy. So embedded in the middle of the Ed Sheeran event, that's going to be pretty lucrative. We will check that out in a tip. And then also we have the 2 times transfer candy. So 2 times transfer candy is usually the highest transfer possible candy that we can get. So I would suggest any shinks that you have traded, anything you're catching in the Ed Sheeran event, anything that you want to transfer, especially anything that you've traded over 100 kilometers is going to be a great thing to do right now. If you guys do want to check out the complete Season of Mischief event that's going on up here, you guys can check it out up there. But if you have not completed the event long enough and you want to buy the Unbound portion, you can pay $4.99 USD or equivalent in your currency to be able to get that. So I just want to point that out for you guys to make sure that you do know that there is an available option if you don't choose, for instance, to go past Giovanni to get it, right? If you want to keep all of your Rocket Raiders, you don't want to catch a second Shadow Lugia, and you may have mistimed it as I did, that is an option for you. And there's going to be the Spotlight Hours like we talked about and the Raid Hours, which we will check out in a tip, as well as a Hoopa t-shirt. So with all that said, let's get into my top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be focused around the Spotlight Hours. Guys, we have Spotlight Hours going on each and every day from 12 to 1 p.m. local time. All right, so we have them each and every day, right? So if you guys do want to play this, I suggest you do that because they all do have shinies. So on the 26th, we have Rattata. On the 27th, we do have the Sableye. On the 28th, we have Pikachu. And then on the 29th, we have Beldum. So I'm going to go over 2 things in here that I suggest you guys really get after. Number 1, we do have the Sableye. So Sableye is going to be a boosted Stardust catch Pokemon at 750 Stardust per catch. On a star piece, it is going to be monumentally increased at 1125. If you can catch it on weather boosted in foggy weather, it's going to be 938. And then on a star piece, it will be 1406 Stardust, guys. You heard me on that one. So the Saturday from 12 to 1 is a massive Stardust gain. You're going to need 2 star pieces for that to help you max out. In between, we have Pikachu. Pikachu, I would suggest if you're not to the level, all the way to level 50, where you need to max out 3 level 50 Pokemon, Pikachu is always a good option because it's been around so many times. So if you don't have quite enough candy for that one, granted, it is a Stardust cost, so I would suggest that if you can do other Pokemon, you do that, but Pikachu is an option for you guys. And then finally, we have Beldum. Beldum going into Metagross does have a Mega in the future. 296 XL Candy I would have, and then I would have that 360 extra for a grand total of 656 XL Candy to make sure you have everything you need for a Metagross in Pokemon Go because it is a top meta attacker. It is great in the Master League, and then it is also going to do really well as a Shadow Pokemon, so what can you really go wrong with that one? Grind as much as possible. I would suggest saving all of them and trading each and every one over 100 kilometers to get that guaranteed XL Beldum candy, which is going to be huge. And then don't forget, if you can do all that in the time frame during this event, and then you can transfer them during this event, you're going to get the 2 times transfer candy on top of that for a lot of candy. So that's going to be the Spotlight Hours during the Unbound portion of this event, which is then going to take us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be focused around the raids of the event. So each and every day, not only are you having the Spotlight Hours from 12 to 1, you're also having a raid hour from 6 to 7, but that is going to be local time. So globally, there will be a ton of raids going on wherever you're at. If you do need raids, please check the pinned comments below. Jump into the Discord, that is free. If you want a boosted amount of raids and you want to have more priority access, there is the Patreon for you guys as well. So for the round number 1, November 26th, Friday, is going to be Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. So all those Pokemon are going to be out there. Should you raid some of these, let's check out the PvP stats. Zapdos in the Great League is going to be ranked 58 with the Shadow form, and then 87 for the regular form. Thundershock is the raid move, so you will have to Elite TM it. Optimal placing is going going to be a 5, 15, 14. And then in the Master League, it's going to be ranked 15 and 26 for the optimal placing. And then as far as Articuno goes, in the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked best with the 26 Ice Shard, Icy Wind, and Hurricane, which is going to be a TM mobile move. 42 for the Shadow, which is beaten out by the regular. 100% Ivy is going to be a 1, 15, 15 on that one. And then in the Master League, it's going to be ranked 41 for the Shadow, 45 for the regular. So that's the Uncapped Master, and that's going to be with XL Candy. So Zapdos is going to be relatively good as a meta electric attacker, better in the Shadow form. So just to point that out, if you're going to multi-purpose that Shadow for the Master League as well. And then as far as Moltres, Moltres is best as a meta raid attacker. So being it in a Shadow is going to serve it best for its purpose with the moveset of Sky Attack as well as Overheat if you're going to use it for that. So all those Pokemon actually do have purpose. Not only do they have purpose, they're also relatively well served with XL Candy. So I wouldn't be opposed to rating all these. I think they're all relatively worth it, whether it be PvP, Go Battle League, or it's going to be as a meta raid attacker. In one point or another, they do serve a purpose. So if they are part of your team and you want to get more XL Candy for them, great time to raid for them. And like I said, global raid days, we're pretty much getting 24 hours worth of raiding for these if you have access to that. So that's going to be raid round number 1 on the 26th, which is then going to take us into the 27th, which is going to be Heatran. Heatran is going to be ranked 42 in the Master League, so that's going to be the best place for it. It does do relatively well as a meta raid attacker because of its resistances, but as far as its attack output, it doesn't quite hit the mark. Which then leads us into the Regi trio. As far as meta raid attackers, not so much, but they all do serve a very good purpose in the Go Battle League. Starting off in the Great League, we have Registeel, rank 9, we have Regirock, rank 75, and we have Regice, rank 106. If you want to see the moveset, please pause and go after it. Then going into the Ultra League, Registeel, XL'd, rank number 1. Regirock, rank 6, and Regice is going to be 18. So we have a 1, 10, 15 for the Registeel. Regirock is going to be 1, 14, 15, and the Regice is going to be a 1, 14, 15, which then leads us into the Master League. Regirock is going to be ranked 30 in XL, 49 for the Regice, and 85 for the Registeel. And so some of you guys may be like, dude, the raid bosses, you're only going to be able to catch them at 10, 10, 10 base floor. That is true. But if you trade them with a great friend, preferably an Ultra Friend, just to save you on Stardust, you'll be able to at least potentially drop that attack and keep the defense and stamina high, but it's totally random. So it's going to take potentially some patience or some luck or the combination of two to be able to get that for you, which then leads us into the final round, which is going to be the Swords of Justice. They have already been out. That is going to be on the Monday. So Monday, remember, 26th, Friday, 27th, Saturday, 28th, Sunday, 29th is going to be the Monday, which is the final raid hour, Swords of Justice. This, I would say, if you guys haven't got the Terrakion, really good meta attacker if you want to see the best of the best out here. Beyond that, we do have Cobalion that does relatively well in the Master League at rank 62, and then don't forget that the Terrakion is going to be ranked 55 in the Master League as well, which can multi-purpose with that XL Candy. So if you haven't got the shinies in those, remember all these Pokemon do have shinies out. So I would suggest looking in here what fits best in your team and then go after that. Not only that, guys, I want to make sure that you know exactly where all these Pokemon fit as a part of the piece of your puzzle, but make sure to try them out before you go after all these raids, approximately 80 to get you that 296 XL regular candy or the 360 for the Shadow, max it out, and then realize, hey, I don't really like the way this Pokemon plays. Test it out first before you get into it, which is then going to lead us into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be the Unbound research and what you can expect there. So let's check out the Unbound research, but before we do so, I want to make sure you guys know that it is going to cost to be able to form change your Hoopa. To get it over, it's going to be 50 candy in the Hoopa and 10,000 Stardust to get over to the Unbound form. In order to get it back, it is going to be 10 candy with 2,000 Stardust. So you guys may be like, what is going to be the best serve for this Pokemon? We will check it out in a video coming very soon for you guys. So what is going to be the research to be able to get it? We have take a snapshot of Hoopa for 1,000 Stardust, catch 20 Pokemon for a lucky egg, and spin 3 Pokestops or gems for 3,000 XP. And then we're going to get grand total rewards of an incense, a Poffin, and 3 golden raspberries. And then we have make 7 curveball throws in a row for 1,500 Stardust, use 20 berries to help catch Pokemon for a star piece, and complete 10 field research tasks for 3,000 XP. And then we get 1 incense, 1 super incubator, and 3 silver pineapples. And then finally we get earn 7 hearts with your buddy for 2,000 Stardust, catch 20 different species of Pokemon for 3 premium battle passes, and win 3 raids for 4,000 XP. And then we are going to be getting 50 Hoopa candy, 10,000 Stardust, and 1 Hoopa t-shirt. So not only that, guys, this research is going to help cover your Hoopa cost as well as your Stardust cost to be able to form change as we do with the Furfro trim change into the Hoopa Unbound. And not only that, guys, if you do need some extra field research tasks to help get you Ultra Balls, that's gonna be out here too. We have catch 5 Pokemon, which can get you 5 Ultra Balls. We have catch 10 Pokemon, which can get you either 5 or 7 Ultra Balls. And then transfer 10 Pokemon can also deliver 2 Pineapple Berries. So I would say start using this time frame to use these tasks to get you towards the December Calm Day, because you're gonna need a lot of Ultra Balls and it's gonna be a 2-day event, guys. So I wanna make sure you guys are completely stocked up on everything you need as far as your resources. Not only that, we are getting a star piece in this Hoopa Unbound. So if you do it fast enough, you can use it as one of them towards your Sableye Spotlight Hour to get that boosted Stardust, because you're gonna need 2 star pieces. So with all that said, now let's get into my tip number 4. Tip number 4 is gonna be the overlaying of the events. I wanna make sure you guys realize that we are getting the 2 bonuses during this event. So we have the 2 times transfer candy. If you guys wanna see how to transfer your Pokemon, please check it out up here. I would like to say save your legendaries to transfer, but honestly, the only time we've ever seen that 4 times likelihood of this XL transfer candy potential was during Shink's Calm Day. I would like to say we will see it more in the future, but I cannot guarantee that. So if it's something you really want the XL candy, maybe save some legendaries for the future, because we have a ton of bag space available for us right now. So we're not pressed to get more Pokemon out of our bag like super fast. But things like Shinx and other things like that, transfer them out, get them away, transfer and keep your bag open, because remember, December Calm Day, 2 days, lots of Pokemon spawning, which is gonna be where you need your availability. And then not only that, guys, we have the Ed Sheeran event going on. So make sure to pineapple all of these starter Pokemon. I would say get as much candy of these starters as possible. Anytime you have this availability, go after it. Not only that, guys, remember that Swampert is a monster because it is good as an XL regular, an XL shadow, and a mega. You can multi-purpose the XL regular for the Master League with the mega Pokemon. So I want to make sure you guys have as much as possible. Remember, 656 minimum for these both multi-purposed shadow, mega, and non-mega Pokemon to be able to at least get one of each shadow and non-mega, which can then go into the mega as well. And then don't forget, we do have the Mega Blastoise out there that's doing really well, and we have the shinies. So pine up those, get the double candy, go after as much things as possible. And then don't forget, if you do need any of that Sableye candy, make sure to pine up that Pikachu candy, pine up it, and then of course the beldums, pine up those as much as possible. And then don't forget, the rattatas is a 25 candy per evolve. If you want to get extra XP on that, you can always pineapple those. Catching 2 rattatas with a pineapple berry is going to get you an evolution. And then when we have these spotlight hours with the 2 times evolution, that's a great time to save a lot of these rattatas up, blow through all of them, and get after it. So this event seems relatively small, but it's an overlaid with the Ed Sheeran event, providing some really good spotlight hours, some Stardust boost. We have a great meta attacker Pokemon in there, that's Beldum, and then we have some great raid bosses as well, and all of them have shinies. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. Good luck out there with this Unbound event, and I appreciate you guys being here. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level, I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.